and salutations, my dearest friends. My name is Samantha, and today I'm going to do a video where one of my favorite booktubers ever picks out my TBR. I'm really excited to film this video. As you can tell, I'm grinning ear from ear. One of my favorite booktubers on this platform is Crystal from Crystal Bookish Life. She is fantastic. I don't know what else to say about her. Oh, I have lipstick on my teeth. I'm sorry. Was that there the whole time? I'm so sorry. Crystal has such a beautiful soul. She's one of the most positive and supportive booktubers on this platform and in this bookstagram space. I just love her so much. She's also so consistent with her uploads. Her reading vlogs are like my absolute favorite thing in the entire world. Her reading vlogs are just so personable and her recommendations are always amazing. We have very, very similar reading tastes, which is why I wanted to do this video. Typically, if Crystal recommends a book and I read it, I almost always like it. And a lot of her favorite books are a lot of my favorite books. So I feel like we have very similar reading tastes. So I knew that this video was going to be so much fun to film. So what we're doing in this video is we told each other our favorite tropes and we recommended each other 2 to 3 books. So Crystal will be posting a video similar to this. I will leave all of her information down below. You probably already follow her because her content is much more amazing and consistent than mine is, but I will link her video and her channel down below for your viewing pleasure. Go like her, tell her I sent you, tell her she's amazing, tell her she's beautiful. She is a dream of a woman. Her red flaming hair is gorgeous. And yeah, I told Crystal that my favorite tropes were friends to lovers and love triangles because they are. So here are the books that she recommended to me, and here are the books that I'm going to be reading in this video. The first one is Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. This is a pirate romance that has a love triangle in it. This is a darker romance. Crystal did let me know what the trigger warnings are, so I know that going in. I know that this is like a fan favorite. So many people love this book. It's a chunker, and I'm excited to read it. Well, I actually forgot to film my intro for this video, so I've already read it, and you will see my thoughts in the video. The second book that she picked for me was The Duke Who Didn't by Courtney Milan, and this is a friends to lovers historical romance. I feel like you don't get that trope a lot in historical romance, so I'm excited to read this one. She also recommended Radiance by Grace Draven, which is another friends to lovers romance, but this is a fantasy romance, and it also has the arranged marriage aspect to it. Very Ice Planet Barbarians from this type of book, so excited to read it. I'm excited to read everything. And then because I'm doing this video with Crystal, I also wanted to read a book that she raved about in one of her reading vlogs, and that was Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. She didn't specifically pick this one for this video, but I was watching one of her videos and she raved about this book, and I really want to read it. This is a taboo romance. It follows our heroine who ends up following for her boyfriend's dad. Scandalous, super scandalous. So we're gonna read that. I heard it's really steamy. I haven't read a ton of Penelope Douglas, so yeah. So that is what this video is going to be all about. Crystal picked some books for my TBR. I picked some books for her TBR. And yeah, you're gonna follow me throughout the week and see my thoughts on these books. Greetings and salutations, friends. I'm about to head to bed. Excuse my hair. My hair looks wild, but I got some book mail and I'm really excited about it. I got some Hello Lovely goodies. I am a rep for Hello Lovely. You guys know how much I adore their sweatshirts and their shirts and their mugs. So freaking cute. I'm a rep for them. You can use my code BooksWithSam15 if you want to save money. But I have some stuff to show you, and then I also have some books. The books came in the mail, which means I can start the reading vlog. And I also bought myself some books for Valentine's Day, which was last weekend. So I will show you guys that as well. So both of the books that we're going to be reading in this vlog, we have Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. Is it Godwin or Goodwin? There's not 2 O's, so I'm assuming it's Godwin. This is a chunker. This is a hefty book. Like, how many pages is this? 455 pages, but I think that this book is beautiful. Like, I'm so happy to have this covered. Also got The Duke Who Didn't by Courtney Milan, and this is like a traditional paperback book, which I didn't know it came in this size. I was expecting a mass market, but I got this and it's in perfect condition, so I'm happy to have it. So let me show you the rest of the books that I bought myself for Valentine's Day. So the first one is Fudge and Jury by Ellie Alexander. This is a cozy mystery series that I've talked about so many times on my channel. I think this is like the 5th or 6th book in the series. I love this series and I'm basically collecting the entire series as I read it. Picked up Wild Rain by Beverly Jenkins because Beverly Jenkins is one of my favorite authors of all time. literally of all time. And then the cream of the crop, guys. Let me show you what I found. Bum, 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 bum. Ew, look at this book. Love Come to Me by Lisa Kleypas. This was the last book I needed to complete my Kleypas collection. Well, actually, I am missing one book. I'm missing Prince of Dreams with the step back. You guys know which one I'm talking about? It's the only book I need to complete my Lisa Kleypas collection, but this is one of the classic OG covers. Go for like $100 on eBay, and they're super expensive and super hard to find. Bam, I found this baby, and it was only like $12, which is very expensive for a mass market paperback. Typically, I spend like $1 to $2 on a mass market paperback at my used bookstore, but I mean, this is a classic, and I have not seen it cheaper than this, so I had to snatch it up. And the reason I found this book was because one of you guys messaged me that it was on sale. So good looking out, guys. You really have my back. I really appreciate it. I want to be able to find my books if it wasn't for you guys. Let me show you my Hello Lovely stuff. So the first one, I literally just took this off the package. This one is another pink shirt. I guess I really like the color pink. This says Historical Romance Readers Club. It is freaking stunning. Like, look at this design. This is probably my favorite design that they make. I got this shirt. It says read more books, and it's just like this super soft, cozy shirt. I got it in a size medium, so it can be a little baggy. And this one, look at this color. Is it not stunning? Like, how freaking cute. This one says canceling all my plans to read another book, and it's just so me. I am the queen of canceling plans, which I shouldn't be proud about, but I kind of am. That was my little book mail, some clothes, some books. Really excited for this reading vlog to get started on these books. I think I'm going to start with Sea of Ruin because it's a chunker and it's like the biggest book that we're going to read this week. So I'll probably start with this one and let you guys know. I am super duper tired. I have to be at work early tomorrow morning. So I'm going to take a nice warm bath, read a book, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hello, my friends. Another day, another Hello Lovely sweater, back with some reading update. So I totally forgot to tell you guys, because I'm doing this video with Crystal and she's picking my TBR, I thought it'd be fun to read some of her favorite books as well, just like throw in some little extra books as we do this vlog. I recently posted a reading vlog, and I will link it down below, where she read Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. Now, Penelope Douglas, I don't know why I like tripped over her name for a second. It is not a Samantha video if I don't mispronounce something. A lot of people love her books, and I mean, she's super, super popular, and I haven't read anything from her. I've only read Credence, whatever, however you pronounce it, and that book is wild, and I'm not sure if it's like a good wild or a crazy wild or a bad wild. Like, I don't know. It's just wild. Since I read that book, I was kind of apprehensive to read any more books from her. I also have this really weird thing, and let me know if you guys do this, that if a book is hyped up, like if a lot of booktubers, a lot of people are like, oh my god, this book is so amazing, it's my favorite book, it makes me want to read it less. Does that make sense? For starters, if someone I know reads a book and they really love it, and then I also read it and I hated it, I almost feel bad, even though like everyone is entitled to their own opinions and it's really not that deep, but I almost feel bad. And then also I have this like really weird part of my brain where if something is super hyped up, my brain is like, is it really that good though? Is it really that good? Like, why do I do this? But Birthday Girl, I was always like interested in. It's an age gap romance. It's a little bit of a forbidden romance. It sounded interesting, right? Crystal read it. She adored it. I think she gave it 5 stars. She was talking about how sweet the relationship was, and I was like, okay, Crystal. Okay, Crystal. So she convinced me to read Birthday Girl, and guys, why was I waiting so long to read this? So many people told me how amazing this book was. And it is. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. Probably one of my favorite reads of the entire year. And I'm like super late to the train, but I'm on the train. I'm leading the train. I got a first class ticket. Like, I love this book so much. If you are living under a rock like I was, this is Birthday Girl. It is an age gap romance. It is a boyfriend's dad romance. So very taboo. Sister has a boyfriend in this book, but I will say there's not really cheating in this book, at least our 2 main characters. There is cheating, but not from our 2 main characters. I don't want to spoil anything, but for me, cheating like absolutely ruins a book, and so I just wanted to let you guys know that going in. That saves some money. Her and her boyfriend end up moving into her boyfriend's dad's place. That's how the forbidden aspect comes in, because she's in a relationship, and not only is she in a relationship, but he is her boyfriend's dad. Like, it doesn't get more taboo than that. But honestly, this book, although it was very, very high angst and like you just felt like emotionally felt so connected to these characters, it wasn't that taboo, like, if that makes sense. Like, these characters were just so good for each other. Like, this book to me was like the definition of soulmates, of two characters being just in the wrong place at the wrong time, being perfect for each other, but just in the wrong time. Like, this book was freaking amazing. Like, our characters didn't even kiss until like halfway through the book, and I was totally okay with that. Just like the way they pined for each other. I know Crystal mentioned this in her video when she was talking about it, but our main character was talking to our hero, and she had said that she doesn't care what other people think. She doesn't care about a big wedding. She doesn't care about fancy things. Those things have never mattered to her. She wants the life. She just wants like the daily coming home and watching movies and having pizza with someone and knowing that you could rely on someone. And like, to me, that was just so beautiful. The relationship was so beautiful, and they were, honest to God, like soulmates. Like, this book was just two soulmates, and I loved their chemistry so freaking much. This 5 out of 5 stars, and I read it because of Crystal, and it was fantastic. I don't know what that hand motion was, but it was really good, and I can't stop smiling. I downloaded it on Kindle like a long time ago because the book was free on Kindle a while back. I think it's on Kindle Unlimited, so if you guys haven't read this book, check it out. I decided I was going to read it, and it was like 9-10 o'clock at night, and I just wanted to read a few chapters before going to bed. It was so good that I stayed up until 4 in the morning. 4 in the morning! And finished the book. Like, I could not stop reading it. I was so addicted. I was so in love. And I had to work the next morning. I had to wake up at like 8 o'clock. So I only got like 4 hours of sleep because I was so addicted to this book. But it was worth it. Move on to the rest of the reading updates. I was reading Sea of Ruin in the bath, but I dropped the book in the bath. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's so funny because I take a lot of bubble baths and I constantly read in the bath. And so many people ask me, like, aren't you afraid you're going to drop the book in the bath? And that's never happened. Knock on wood. Don't jinx it. I have like a tray, like a caddy, a bath caddy that I just like prop the book on. So I've yet to drop the book in the bath. My brain just like totally took a detour. I started like the first chapter of Sea of Ruin, but I was really tired and I didn't finish that much. I was going to read a little bit, but I was babysitting my nephew and he was just like not taking a nap. It was not happening. So I was like, no, little boy, you need to take a nap. So I was like holding him and he would only fall asleep while I was holding him. So I was like stuck on the couch for a couple of hours. He decided how our day was gonna go. And I was just reading while he took a nap. It was kind of awkward to hold him and the book. So I ended up reading an ebook on my phone and I read Radiance. A lot of people have liked this book. And for some reason, I've always associated this book with potatoes because everyone who reads this book talks about a scene with potatoes. I went into this book and I was like, I don't know anything about this other than there's potatoes in the book. Like, what? Basically, they're both royalty and they're not like direct descendants of the throne, but they're high enough that they get roped into this arranged marriage for like business and treaties. Kingdoms want peace with each other, so in a show of peace and unity, they end up getting involved in this arranged marriage. They really don't want to get married to each other because they come from like completely different cultures, and 2, they find each other incredibly unattractive, which is so bizarre. Like, I've never read a romance where the characters aren't attracted to each other, but these characters, because one is human and one is like this warrior alien like species, they find each other hideous. And I think that's the funniest thing. So they end up, you know, getting this arranged marriage and they're pleasantly surprised because they form a friendship immediately and they have a lot of respect for each other. Compatibility wise, they end up getting along very, very quickly. So the relationship is more so built on friendship and respect and less on like an attraction with each other. And you know what? I really, really like that. I read this book for like the 2.5 hours that my nephew took a nap and I ended up getting like 40% in. I'm really enjoying it. I will probably take another bubble bath tonight and finish this book. face is super greasy because I just put some moisturizer on.
Can I try?
You want to try?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm scared because you told me it tastes like apple cider. But I don't know
It does taste like apple cider.
Okay, I'll try it.
Okay.
But I'm only taking
a little bit. What do you think?
No.
No?
Really?
Girl, you had a little sip.
No, I don't like it.
You don't like it at all?
No.
More for me? You can hear my dog's nails clicking on the floor. Come here, my love. Come here, papito. Say hi to the people. Hi, Cocalinha. Hi. You never, oh yes. He never says hi to the camera. Hi, baby. Hi. A besito. A besito. Okay. All right. He's done with me. Okay, stop. He wants a treat. Today, do you like my shirt? Do you like my shirt? I'm wearing another Hello Lovely shirt. I swear. I just love their clothing so much. This one says, pizza is my favorite love triangle. Why are the kids so loud right now? I'm filming. Can you not scream, please? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Not the reason I came on here. I came on here because my kitchen is a mess. Oh my God. I came on here because it is time for kombucha of the day. I saw this kombucha at, where was I? I don't remember. This kombucha, it's blue. Why is it blue? This is the GT Synergy Raw Kombucha Sacred Life. What does that mean? Why is it blue? It doesn't tell me like the flavors. It literally says revitalize, re-inspire, relive, sacred life. That doesn't explain much to me. I don't know what that means. Okay, so we're gonna try it and I'm kind of nervous because I don't know why it's blue. I Googled this and now I'm nervous. So it says it's raw coconut water, kombucha, and fresh pressed ginger. I don't like ginger. I still don't know what makes it blue. Oh gosh. Okay, let's just go for it. Cheers, bottoms up. Let's give it a smell. It smells awful. Okay, here we go. Cheers to good health. Salud. I don't know how I feel. Why blue liquid? So, okay, I don't know. It's a very, 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 very weird taste. Like, unlike any kombucha I've tried before, it has a weird aftertaste, a very earthy aftertaste. That is not good. Why is it blue? Why is it blue? Are you going to be in the video? Ven aquí. Where are you going? Come. Ow. Hi. Say hi to the camera. Hi. It has been a minute since I filmed anything. All of the footage that you guys have seen so far was pre-filmed. I filmed that like a week and a half ago. I was feeling super burnt out from everything, from like my real job, from filming videos, from editing, even reading. I was just feeling like extremely burnt out. So I took like an entire week of rest and relaxation and a break. And it was, oh my goodness, it was exactly what I needed. Tomorrow I have to go back to work. I'm like torn between feeling super relaxed and super refreshed, but also feeling like I need another week, you know. I also went to like this Swedish bakery and they have chocolate covered honeycombs. So good. So yeah, I'm just super grateful that I was even able to take a little break just because I was feeling very, very, very burnt out. I can't even remember the last time I took a break from work. I work half from home, half in the office. And I think because I work from home, like you have this mentality like, oh, I'm working from home. I don't need a vacation, or why have a vacation if I'm not going anywhere? No, you need to take the time for yourself, because I was starting to feel not like myself. I was starting to feel just super stressed. I was having breakdowns and crying over like the littlest things just because I had gone so long without taking any time to just rest. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. I literally rested. I slept in. I read the books I wanted to read. All of these very mundane things, but like it was so refreshing. So I'm back and I'm better. I feel like I'm back and I'm better. So I don't know, I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys about that for a little bit, because we need to normalize that a little bit more, that it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to take breaks even if you're not doing anything. That was the mentality. I felt like I couldn't take a break from work because I wasn't going anywhere. It's a pandemic. I'm not gonna be traveling. I'm not going on a vacation. So I was like, why do I need a break? But I needed a break just to take care of myself. Simple as that. Sleep in, take a bubble bath, read some books, and come back refreshed. I was burning myself out. I wasn't 100% myself at work. YouTube doesn't stress me out at all. I do this because it's a passion project and because I love it. I'm mainly talking about like my actual job. Rambling. This is going to be one of my longest reading vlogs ever. I'll read a couple books and I will give you guys my reading updates. Right now, I went to a really cute little bookstore. I had never been to this bookstore before. I only picked up like 2 or 3 books, but it was just super quaint. They had like stacks and stacks and stacks of books, especially sci-fi. There was a lot of science fiction in that store. Let's go ahead and talk about the books that I read. I realized I didn't really talk about Radiance in my last update, and I finished the book and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, y'all. It was so good. It was so good. Attracted to each other. They're not even like the same species, but they form this beautiful friendship and respect for each other, and that then leads to a romance and a chemistry and a sexual attraction to one another, and it is beautiful. Grace Draven is a master at her craft. The way she described this world, the way I could describe this book is, this is everything I wanted Ice Planet Barbarians to be by Ruby Dixon. I don't like that series. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. I don't love that series. I've only read the first and second book, and it wasn't my vibe. I might continue with the series because I know it's very, very well loved, but Radiance to me was like everything I wanted that series to be. Very similar to how like in Ice Planet Barbarians, they are 2 different species and they're kind of figuring out each other, their bodies and their culture. I love their friendship. I love their respect for each other. I also loved how the book, like a large part of the book was them immersing themselves into each other's culture, and a lot of this book was about food, how they eat different food, how they dress differently, and it was really interesting to see the 2 of them form a relationship and make sacrifices for each other. Our heroine was just a absolute gem. I loved reading about her. She was so pragmatic, so thoughtful. I loved their relationship. Now, I did not know that this kind of ended on a cliffhanger, okay? The ending to this book, I was intrigued and I need to know where they're going with this. I did not expect it to go in that direction, but I'm intrigued. So I felt like this book didn't have a lot of conflict. Like a lot of it really was the relationship between our 2 characters, but there was a conflict that happened in the end, and it's a little bit of a cliffhanger, and I'm interested to see how it goes in the series. So I already started the second book. I'm about 20% of the way through, and I really, really enjoy it. I can totally see myself reading this entire series, which speaks volumes to Grace Draven's writing, because I'm not someone who reads a lot of series. I tend to like stop at book 1. So, especially fantasy. I'm not a huge fantasy romance reader, but this is so good. So I have started on the second book. Then I also read Sea of Ruin. I got through this big book, and honestly, it didn't feel that big. Like I think I finished it in 2 days. I finished it last night. I stayed up until 2 o'clock in the morning finishing it because I was so addicted. I was so addicted to this book. So basically, this is a dark romance, and it does have a few trigger warnings. I want to say that off the gate because I'm not usually someone who needs trigger warnings. I tend to give them to you guys because I never want to recommend a book that could be potentially triggering to people. But me personally, I don't need a ton of trigger warnings. But there were parts in this book that were pretty rough. So it is a dark romance. There's trigger warnings for sexual assault, abuse, torture, loss of a loved one, and infertility. So if any of those things bother you, just read the Goodreads reviews so you know going in. Now, this is a pirate romance and it has a love triangle. So it follows our main character, Bennett. She's married to a notorious pirate and his name is Priest. And their marriage is kind of estranged. They are having some difficulties because she feels like he betrayed her, which you will see in the book. It's a love triangle, and the other hero is actually a pirate hunter who is hunting her and is wanting to capture her so that she can stand trial for her piracy, all the crimes she's committed. So yeah, you can definitely see how it is a little bit of an enemies to lovers love triangle dark romance. This book is super intense. I felt like our heroine went through it. She went through it. Like, I was actually kind of shocked. Like, there was a lot of conflict in this book, so very different from Radiance. I felt like so much happened in this book. It was like conflict after conflict, and I was like, dang, how much more is our heroine going to go through? Like, she's just one of the strongest heroines I've ever read about, and I really enjoyed reading about her inner strength and just her passion. Like, she's just one of those heroines that I really loved reading about, to be completely honest. I'm kind of torn between the rating because the ending to this book was fan-freaking-tastic. It was the perfect ending. I couldn't have asked for a better ending. You guys know I love love triangles. It's one of my favorite tropes in books. I don't want to do any spoilers, but what I will say is that I didn't expect the ending. I was hoping that was going to happen. Like, as we were going through the book, I was kind of hoping it would go in a certain direction, and it did, and I was very glad for it. But I didn't expect it. I didn't think that was what was going to happen. So I'm very, very pleased with the ending. I feel like it couldn't have been more perfect. So for the ending alone, I want to give it 5 stars, but then I'm also like maybe a 4-star because there was almost too much conflict. Like, our heroine honestly could not catch a break. And I almost feel like some of the conflict was just a little unnecessary. But then again, the ending was perfect. You know what? I'm going to give it a 5 stars. I'm going to give it a 5 stars because it was addicting. It was amazing. I couldn't put the book down. The ending was fantastic. Our heroine was perfect. The only thing I probably could have wanted is I would have loved a couple chapters in the hero's point of view. I would have loved to see the 2 guys' perspective, and yeah, that's probably the only thing that I would have wanted. But 5 freaking stars. Read this book, man. That book was fantastic. 5 stars. Crystal, you are coming through with the recommendations, my friend. I love that book so much. There is a novella to this book. It's a prequel, but it says you can read it as a standalone, but I would definitely recommend reading it after you read Sea of Ruin. And it is called King of Libertines, and it is just like a very short novella of Bennett, our heroine, meeting her husband, Priest, and kind of how they fell in love. Very short, very quick, very cute and steamy. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. So we have 4 5 stars under our belt right now. That's crazy. I read Birthday Girl, 5 stars. I read Radiance, 5 stars. I read Sea of Ruin, 5 stars. I read King of Libertines, 5 stars. Crystal is doing the dang thing. So the only book that we have left is The Duke Who Didn't. I don't know if we're going to finish this book today. Like I said, I have to go back to work tomorrow and I need to wrap up this vlog. So we might not finish this book, but I'm going to read a couple chapters and see what I think. I want to read this, but you guys know I'm such a mood reader, and I really want to read the second book in that Grace Draven series. I forgot what it's called. I'll put it right here. I really want to read that book because I just loved Radiance so much. Like, that's probably one of my favorite books of the year. Oh, I want to read that book so much. So I don't know. I'm a mood reader. I might finish the Grace Draven series and get to this one later, but I will let you guys know. Okay, those are my updates. I've talked a ton. I hope you guys don't mind, and I will update you guys. Greetings and salutations. So normally I do taste testing for kombucha, but I went to a soda shop, kind of as like a soda store, that they just had like a bunch of different flavors and things like that. I'll show you on the screen what the store looked like. And I found this thing. I think it's popular in Japan. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that, but I know it's really popular like on TikTok and ASMR videos. It's funny because it reminds me of that one Be More Chill song. Have you guys ever seen that musical? When he's like, so it's drugs? No, it's better than drugs, Jeremy. It's from Japan! If you don't know what the song is, you probably think I'm crazy. But we're going to try it. So I keep dropping it! We just press it down. Oh! Okay, so I think this little marble thing is what makes it fizzy. And we just drink it. I got the original flavor. I also got a strawberry flavor. But I thought we'll try the original one. It kind of smells like Sprite.
Can I try?
Okay, it's not bad. It tastes like Sprite. Sophia, you want to try?
Yeah, I want to try. Hello.
Hello. Go ahead.
I'm
Bottoms
scared.
up. Cheers. It tastes like Sprite.
You sure?
Yeah.
Tastes like medicine.
Medicine?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It tastes like medicine to me.
It tastes like Sprite. That was that drink. Let me know if you guys have ever tried one of these. Oh my gosh, the kitchen looks like okay. Hello. It is the end of the video. I've spent pretty much the entire day reading, which was so nice. I am reading the second book in the Grace Draven series just because I am loving this series so much. I feel like the second book is also going to get a 5 stars, and I've already bought the third book. So who would have known I would find one of my favorite series. Unfortunately, I didn't get to, which book was it? Let me grab it. Unfortunately, I didn't get to The Duke Who Didn't by Courtney Milan. I will read this. I will put updates on my Instagram and on my February wrap-up video if I film that video. I don't know. I had a couple chapters in, and there's nothing wrong with this book. I can definitely see myself liking it, but I'm a mood reader, and I'm just really wanting to finish this series right now. So that is it. This has been an amazing video to film. In this video, I have found the most 5 stars. We have 4 5 stars. We have Birthday Girl, 5 stars. Radiance, 5 stars. Sea of Ruin, 5 stars. King of Libertines, 5 stars. And then the second book in the Grace Draven series, which is looking to be a 5 stars as well. So, Crystal, you did great in all these recommendations. Please go follow her. I will link all of her socials down below. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to spend time with me. It means the absolute world to me. I hope you guys are all staying happy and healthy, and I'll see you next time. Bye!